Hello Pokemon trainers, this is GatorEX, and today I will be counting down the top 5 Pokemon in Sun and Moon revealed so far that I would say are my favorite. Now of course, I did do something like this a while ago, but we have nearly 44 Pokemon, brand new Pokemon, not including forms of previous Pokemon we had, like Alolan forms or Zygarde forms, and not including different forms of Pokemon revealed. So narrowing it down to 5 out of 44 is quite the feat. Now, this is of course going to be my personal opinion, so feel free to let me know what your 5 favorite brand new Pokemon in Sun and Moon are so far before you've had a chance to play in the comments below. So I'm just going to go ahead and begin this really quickly now. Number 5 I would say is Jangmo'o. Jangmo'o is a pretty interesting little Pokemon. It is a dragon type, but it's kind of like a little lizard. I know there's something in real life that it is based off of, but I actually really like it. I like the abilities, either bulletproof or soundproof. Bulletproof is going to come in handy, only having that on the Chespin line so far, but this is going to be an interesting Pokemon. And of course, there's quite a bit of little speculation here and there that this is the first form of the pseudo-legendary dragon of this region, and I would definitely catch one immediately if that's possible. I always really like a lot of the dragon type Pokemon, and honestly this one reminds me a little bit of Dino back in 5th gen, and I remember as soon as I found out about Dino and that it would eventually become a Hydreigon, I got through the game as quickly as I could, got to Victory Road, caught one, and trained it up to a Hydreigon. So here's hoping that Jangmo'o will look absolutely amazing. Probably it's going to be even more armored. You know what, I could definitely see it evolving and becoming, a large dragon type Pokemon that maybe even takes some inspiration from the Ankylosaurus. Who knows, we'll have to see. I absolutely really love it. Now number 4 is a Pokemon that was actually just revealed the other day, Oranguru. Oranguru is a really neat Pokemon, and aside from all the Harambe jokes, which I absolutely hate because this is an orangutan, not a gorilla, I absolutely love Oranguru. The typing is pretty interesting, only being on Girafarig before, which Girafarig is not one of my favorite Pokemon, but I actually do really like Girafarig. Oranguru is really neat. I do like the telepathy ability because normally I try to play doubles as often as I can, and telepathy on some of the Pokemon that already have it, it's alright, but they just kind of have better abilities. But Oranguru, telepathy is the definitive ability for this Pokemon, and along with the new move that it gets, Instruct, as we saw in the trailer, you could get off a double surf with Wishy-Washy, which that's amazing. I think that's really cool. I do think Oranguru's lore is pretty neat. It says that it lives in deep forests and doesn't do a lot. It tries to meditate a lot, and it's interesting here. It says Oranguru sometimes act on their own initiatives and use items that only humans would use. Allegedly, there have been sightings of Oranguru using Pokeballs, so I think that's really funny. It kind of reminds me a lot of King Louie from the Jungle Book. Like, he wants to be like you, he wants to be the trainer, and that kind of goes along with it, his signature move, Instruct, where he tells a Pokemon what move to use. It's really funny, like, this orangutan trying to be a trainer itself. That's a little weird, where do we draw the line on Pokemon and trainers? But I think it's kind of funny. It comes out kind of funny with Oranguru, and I think its design is really neat too. In the past, we did have Slaking, which is a very gorilla influence, but it's extremely lazy. So now having Oranguru, which is another primate, and actually being large and sitting down, but still being wise and being active, again, being the one that wants to be the trainer, wants to be the leader, I think that's really neat. So I'm gonna have to find someone who has Moon version and trade them off, or hopefully I can get both versions. Now number 3 on the list is Salandit. As you guys know, I really do love reptiles and amphibians, so Salandit, of course being a sneaky little salamander, is right at home in my heart on my list of some of my favorite design Pokemon. I think it looks really neat, extremely sneaky, smug, sketchy, which I have mentioned to no end in previous videos. So Salandit is really neat, and I do think the corrosion ability is amazing. I really do actually hope that we get it on more Pokemon. Maybe we could see it as a hidden ability on other Pokemon, but for now I'm gonna have to have a Salandit in order to use that ability, in order to toxic other Pokemon, in order to use poison type moves against other Pokemon that normally can't. So that sounds really neat. That's actually just really cool. Just hopefully Toxic works out with this Pokemon, and hopefully it becomes useful in that sense, being able to very quickly poison, say, tanky steel type Pokemon or other tanky poison type Pokemon. And then it being fire also adds to it, because normally, well, not that poison types are bad Pokemon, but it being fire type will also add to its usefulness and its usability. Hopefully it'll get some good fire moves along with it. So Salandit's just really neat, really amazing, and I actually do hope it gets an evolution to build upon this neat looking design. Now number 2 is Wishy-Washy. Oh my gosh, I like Wishy-Washy so much, and again, I did mention that in the trailer they showed off Wishy-Washy with Oranguru and the synergy that they can have. So, well, both of those Pokemon being some of my favorites so far, hey, that works out really well. Wishy-Washy is a neat idea for a Pokemon, it being a little small fish, but when it gets to a certain level, it can call its friends and just become a huge fish. And again, I think I mentioned in the past that I did mention something similar to, it's kind of this version's Gyarados, or this generation's Gyarados, and I really love Gyarados, it being one of my favorite Pokemon. And again, you know, I remember playing the original games, finding the guy who sold the Magikarp, and I'm like, hey, yeah, I want a Pokemon, and then being able to miraculously train that Pokemon into a Gyarados. I think that's really cool with Wishy-Washy. Hopefully, there'll be something similar. Maybe we'll get a reference in the Alola region to that original guy who sold Magikarp. Maybe someone's like, hey, you want a Wishy-Washy, and then maybe we'll see something happen with that. But I absolutely do love both designs. I think little Wishy-Washy is really cute. I think big school form Wishy-Washy is just amazing, and the name sounds really weird, but it's absolutely fun to say, Wishy-Washy. And currently my favorite Pokemon revealed so far for Sun and Moon is Palossand, and of course kind of along with it Sandygast. I love both of them absolutely a lot, but Palossand is really, really funny but amazing. As you know, Ghost type is one of my favorite types, and Palossand, finally they decided to just, you know what, we're just gonna make any kind of dumb looking inanimate object become a Pokemon, and I have absolutely no problem with that. I think it works out for Palossand and Sandygast because, again, they're part Ghost types, so it kind of has something to do with, you know, Ghost like becoming the sand or possessing the sand. I think it's a really funny idea because it's a ghost Pokemon, and you can kind of tell that it kind of wants to be serious, but yet it's a sandcastle. I think that's really funny. What it would be really cool is if there might be different designs for Palossand, like different sandcastle designs, but obviously, you know, that would just take too much because we've already got so many Pokemon with different forms. But who knows? Maybe even I mean, this is total speculation right here, but maybe with Palossand and Sandygast, we could see something similar to Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist. Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist are some of my favorite ghost type Pokemon as well. So, I mean, they just, each of them kind of remind me so much because it's like a pumpkin Pokemon. Pumpkins are funny, sandcastles are funny, kind of. And then you put a ghost type Pokemon into each one of them and they become absolutely amazing, cute, terrifying, and hilarious at the exact same time. I think Palossand is, you know, creepy as well because it is part ghost type, so we get some of that creepy Pokedex entry style there, it being able to control humans to make them build a sandcastle, like build itself and build a sandcastle. I think, oh gosh, I think that lore is amazing. Water compaction is kind of interesting. I'm wondering how that will be used. Maybe we could use it and end up using it in doubles. Maybe pair it along with a Greninja, Water Shuriken, raise that defense, and then get Palossand very bulky. I don't know. It looks like a neat Pokemon, and hopefully I'll be able to use it on my team, and hopefully even more competitively, but we'll have to see about that. Anyway, that's been it for my top 5 favorite Alolan Pokemon revealed so far. Let me know what you think of it down below in the comments. And again, if you would like to tell me your top 5 favorite Alolan Pokemon, let me know. I just want to thank all of you guys so much. We have 400 subscribers now on this channel. I'm really glad to see support on this channel because I do want to make this one my main channel. Again, I do already post more on it. I was trying to work on a theory for today, but it kind of fell apart because things just weren't connecting. Maybe in the future I could try to get it to work out better. Maybe I could write it better and piece more things together, but we'll have to see. Again, thank you guys so much, and yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this really quick video. I think I did get a little better at the unscripted version because none of this was scripted and because I had to come up with this really quickly. But again, remember to leave a like if you would like to show your support, and subscribe if you would like to stick around, guys. And again, thank you guys so much. I'm glad you enjoyed that Ash Ketchum video, which is at about 30,000 views right now, which is totally insane. And look at me, I sound like scarce here, but Again, you know, that's the most popular video I've uploaded to YouTube in general on any channel, so it's just really neat to see that some of my not hard work, but some of my creative stuff is being enjoyed and appreciated. So thank you guys. I will be working on more anime stuff, and if by chance you stuck around this long, leave me suggestions for anime videos that you would like to see in the future. Anyway, this has been GatorEX. Have a nice day.